Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting iteration of the Super Soccer League Virginia Division 1. We are here in week 1 tonight with the newcomers Esperion versus the incumbents North Stars FC, here live from Bryant High School in Alexandria, Virginia. It's the second match of our season in Virginia, third overall. We saw a thrilling 3-3 contest last night where Blazers fell behind early, but they were able to find 3 unanswered to draw a point from a game against Geratis, one that Geratis will be kicking themselves for, but lots of positives and negatives for both teams to pull away from. And then on Sunday, we had the first match in Maryland, 1-0 victory for Ambition FC in their first match since promotion. I'm joined here with my co-anchor today, Mr. Josh. Josh, welcome.
Hello, thank you, Noah. Thank you for the beautiful rundown of the opening weeks of both leagues. Like you're saying, the 3-3 match last night. Were you on that match?
I had the pleasure of calling that one. Yeah.
I'm sure that was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a lot of chances, surprisingly, for Blazers early on, although it was Doratis who went up first. And then it was 3 goals for Doratis, some of them off of mistakes. And eventually, well, we'll come back to that thought. For now, we've got the international walkout and the anthem. We have our return of the international walkout and the anthem in just a moment. Well, no anthem today, actually. And with that done, we are finished the walkout, we're finished the pregame pageantry, and it's time for action here in Super Soccer League action. Again, it will be North Stars playing left to right, wearing their orange and black. Esperion will rock the black and green. Esperion, we mentioned, are newcomers to the league. Not a new team, but they are a side that has had success over the last few seasons in the American Premier League. They made the switch this spring, and they are looking to stir things up, a team that has experienced a lot of growth. But we'd be remiss if we started tonight's broadcast without mentioning the other big thing that's going on in Super Soccer League. Virginia Dream advancing past Richmond Kickers, a 3-1 victory against a professional side to go to the next round of the US Open Cup. Josh, what were your reactions from that game? I know you got to watch a lot of it.
I might be a little ignorant to how good the USL is, but I really wasn't that surprised, honestly, Noah. You know, I was trying to get a gauge of how people were feeling in the chat, and there was a lot of confidence for the Kickers, and I was just like, I feel like Dream has had a lot of professional players play for them, especially Kofi. I don't know if Michael Akinkoye has ever played professional, but he definitely can if he hasn't already. But
yeah,
definitely no surprise that they went down to Richmond and did that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're so right. There's so much professional former talent. There's players who, you know, can and probably will be back at that level if they so choose. There's so much commitment, time commitment, you know, almost financial commitment, and you're getting paid, but maybe could make more as an accountant or whatever, because there's so much. So there's an understandable reason why some players have the ability to play, but then want to just have that time of their life, and then that's how you end up at a team like Virginia Dream. Yeah. And I think that, you know, they were just a team that was underestimated from a Richmond Kickers point of view. So happy to have that representation in the Open Cup. Congratulations to Virginia Dream. But we're back for this one, live from Bryant. First match of the season for North Stars and Esperion, and it will be North Stars to start us off, playing left to right. And here we go. It's sent back to Josh Fordyce, and North Stars will assert their early experience, knocking the ball around, finding Samson Emmanuel, a speedy winger with a lot of vertical potential. He will be one of their ways forward and possibly in on goal. We mentioned Josh Fordyce. He's a crucial player in the midfield, both experience and technical ability on the ball. He'll be able to kind of find passes and insert himself defensively. A very physical player. Esperion, though, earning an early chance. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Just that, though. And North Stars will play from the back right away after that little spell. It was all possession for North Stars, but Esperion showed how lightning fast they can strike. Players to watch out for this Esperion side: Luis Soria, Max Hernandez, and a few others. Jason Ferrafino is a standout player as well, although he is missing from the lineup, I think, due to an injury. So we'll keep an eye on possibly some new faces, new names to call out here in Super Soccer League season. For North Stars, up top, Alex Amaya will be the point man. Very physical holder of the ball. He can hold up play and allow those wingers, namely Samson Emmanuel, to play off of him. We'll watch for Amaya to get a whole lot of the ball as this game develops. Well, no Luis Soria, no Jason Ferrafino today for Esperion, and meanwhile here's Amaya holding up play, finding Fordyce, and they will go back to Caduce. There's Michael Kim, who's been a key player for North Stars and also Arlington over the years. He's had some huge goals in some big time games. What's your outlook on today? Do you have any expectations? Do you have any predictions, Josh, based on what you've seen in the Super League over the years?
Yeah, I mean, like you've already spotted out, a lot of veteran Super Soccer League players on the North Stars team already, with Samson Emmanuel and who Michael Kim, like you just said. I wasn't even aware those two were on North Stars this year. That's a lot of talent they added.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see how they're able to manage not only the personalities but the technical players on the field. You know, when it comes to playing time, the limited substitution ability, you know, you have this much talent, it can actually work against you as a team. You call it the superstar issue. That's, you know, one of the reasons why it's so impressive when teams are able to sustain success and retain super high level players. It's like when you're winning, you know, it's okay, but a couple of losses and the cracks really can start to show. So you learn a lot about some of these clubs when the results maybe don't go their way.
That's why, not to go back to what we started the game with and to get off topic, a foul there, but Virginia Dream,
yeah.
You know, having had this run the last several years, you know, they've definitely had a couple cracks along the road there, but, you know, getting as far as they've gotten is really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see, right, like the picture always remains, you know, a perfect picture from outside, right? But I know that there are moments where the boat does rock a little bit when there's a couple of losses, a couple of even drop points, right? The expectation is win, win, win. Even if you're drawing games, right, in some of these leagues, you know, UPSL, NPSL, it really can start to spell dissolution from the players who are not getting playing time, and it's just a testament to their leadership, to their staff, to be able to manage those personalities and continue to steam forward and then find success. Dream just being, of course, a good example of how it's done. There's a lot of these teams that have to deal with that.
Yeah, I know Arlington does a really good job of it also. You know, they're always very well guarded in all areas of the field.
This is a turnover. Max Hernandez will get the return pass. Hernandez looking to find a pass. There is support, but Mike Kim does enough. Quickly. Got a chopper making our job a little bit more difficult. I do apologize. It's always a colorful atmosphere here at Bryant Alternative. We got police looking in cars and with flashlights. We got helicopters circling. Makes you feel really at home. This one's sent forward to Amaya, looking to hold it up, but didn't find the pass he would have liked. Hernandez will turn it, and now Caduce back to his goalkeeper.
I was told pre-game he is 16 years old.
Do you know the name? Because I still haven't gotten
I do not know the name.
roster from.
I was told he was 6'5" though.
Is good. I'd like to know. Hopefully we can.
If there's a Eastern European name on there, that's what I was kind of getting.
Okay, that's good to know. I can work with that. Is it Yusuf Pekane? Yeah, it's got to be Yusuf Pekane.
Yeah.
Anyways, back.
Well, hopefully, at least.
Yeah, he's number 1 on the roster,
Okay,
so I think
yeah,
that's a fair bet.
Yep.
Piquer, Yusuf Piquer, the young goalkeeper suited up for North Star. That's a huge addition to get such a towering stature, such a talented and, goalkeeper at such a young age.
Yeah, I know age really, it really doesn't matter in the goalkeeping scene as much. If you're good enough to play, you can definitely get in there. I can always think of Gianluigi Donnarumma.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing at, 16?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Getting too tight on me.
This one's sent back to Caduce. Lots of space. Now, Mustafa Boyro waving his teammates down the sideline. Well controlled, no. Fortis ran out of space. Did well to almost control that one,
Yeah,
but
good touch.
just not a lot of space to work with. Not one of the wider fields. Just 60 yards wide, so players do have to get adjusted to it. Ali driving forward, using Hernandez as a back pass, and now it's North Stars back on the ball. Here's Chris Dunn and Fordyce working together. Emmanuel is involved, and you see just how North Stars use Josh Fordyce as the glue to kind of hold together their midfield.
Mm-hmm.
All the passes do tend to go through him. There's a misstep. One sent through. Great ball. And it looks like will be a goal kick to come. Just a misstep on the final chance.
Yeah, I think he tried to hit that on the bounce there. Which is always gonna be pretty difficult.
Yeah. Not the pass that he had in mind, but Esperion, despite having far less of the possession, they have looked dangerous in their counterattacks.
Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need all of the ball to win a game whatsoever.
There's AJ finding Kim. Kim will drive himself. Beautiful ball down the line for Taha. Taha wants to square it. The ball is sent straight up in the air. Goalkeeper will collect. Yusuf will send this up the pitch. First ball won. Second ball travels out of touch.
I definitely know Esperion before joining here. Is it the APL?
Yeah, the American Premier League. They've played. They are a relatively young team as far as team creation. They've only been around for what, maybe 3 years max. So, but I do know some players on the team. I had a pleasure of playing with Max Hernandez and Jason Ferrafino back in the day with DCFC and the Washington Premier League. So they definitely have talent. And they have experience as well. Those are two players that have been around, know what it takes to succeed at this level. This one's sent all the way back to the Esperion goal. And you learn a lot about a team in their first match. There's of course going to be nerves. This one's sent over the top. Piquer, lots of confidence to take that ball off the bounds. I know it didn't look like a whole lot than what he did there. It wasn't under a ton of pressure, but it can be a nervy moment. We've seen goalkeepers crack having to play that ball as it's bouncing towards their own goal. If you take your eye off of it, it can make you look very foolish, very silly.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Noah. I'm sure you definitely know that, like you said, as a keeper.
I've been there myself, more recently than I care to admit. You know, right? Even if it's not like a goal or one of those catastrophic mistakes, just not being able to play it upfield to give your team a chance to reset. You don't get the height that you would have liked.
Yeah.
You know, like sending out a line drive into the opposition is pretty detrimental to the team. And he didn't do that. He sent it way upfield, gave plenty of time for teammates to get up and under it. So sent down the line. And well defended by Kim. This is Kim finding AJ. AJ under some duress. That's what Max Hernandez brings to the table. A physical crunching style. AJ will not be undone. And that's beautiful sequence of play. I love to see that. This is a physical game. People do tend to forget about that.
Exactly. And you can still be very physical and with a clean challenge.
Right. It can be a very light hit and still a foul if you just go right through the bad guy's back, and it can be an incredibly physical crunching tackle, but if you go through the ball, it's not, right?
Exactly.
People do tend to forget that, and you know, it's simple. If you have the position, if you're able to win the ball cleanly within the laws of the game, you're allowed to use a lot of force. It looks like there is a stoppage. I'm not sure if that was potentially a handball, but some sort of stoppage, and onwards we play. Sent back. Now Kim. We'll look down the line. Here's Taha. Obadeni sending it up top. Emmanuel is first to it. Amaya second. It's a pleasant evening here. It's, I think, maybe 56 degrees. Honestly, this is about as good as we've had thus far for a game time temperature. I've got my coat on. I don't really think I need it, but
yeah, I don't. You got opposite top and bottom.
Yeah, I'm wearing the shorts. It's pleasure on the bottom, business up top. We've got the kitted, logoed jacket. Very professional, and on the bottom I'm wearing Crocs and shorts. And there is going to be a foul right in front of the camera.
Yeah, I don't think any cards will be brandished there, but definitely a foul, like you're saying.
That's one that didn't get a card this time, but I think that'll go mentally into the note of the center official, Mr. Jack. Next time I would be surprised if we don't see a card brandished for that type of challenge, or even just for an accumulation as the time goes on.
For sure.
This one sent into the box. Second ball falls kindly for Esperion, and the shot sent over. That was Dennis Ivanov. Has been heavily involved, had another shot, just could not keep it on frame.
Yeah, I don't think the North Star's keeper's really been tested, at least on target.
No, he hasn't. He's looked good, in all other aspects in terms of his communication, his starting position, stepping off the line to get involved, but Hasn't been tested with an outright save just yet.
Yeah.
This one travels out. It's Pratam Gavarapu. There's several players who have played on one side or another playing for Esperion. These teams, obviously, they played in different leagues, so they were able to, co-roster players. That's no longer the case, and then a whole host of players have selected for Esperion. Pratam Gavarapu, Nasser Berry among them, Victor Petroshevsky, another. We'll see. There's always something extra special when you play against your former team. There's familiarity breeds contempt and all that.
That is very fair, Noah. Hopefully we had some nice breakups.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
handball
a definite
there.
handball. And Kim will just allow his teammates to send bodies forward. This one's sent forward and straight into the waiting arms of Yusuf Al-Risa.
Are both keepers named Yusuf?
They are indeed, yeah. Different spelling, but there's Yusuf Piquer and Yusuf Al-Risa. I didn't get a good chance to learn all the names on my roster, so I knew one thing. I knew I could just call both goalkeepers Yusuf off the back. I use as many tricks as I can in the commentary early on before I start to really get the names. By the end of the season, I won't even need a roster. I'll know the guys, but it's the start of a season, week 1, so definitely either have forgotten some of the guys or don't even know them at all yet.
Yeah, Noah's going to be the player index 5 games into the season. He'll have everybody
I'm counting
down,
on
like
you
you're
to
saying.
get on some of these too. I'm
Okay.
counting on you to start getting. I'll help out since you got the camera today. This one's Mike Kim running into trouble. Kim
Great challenge.
always going to lose that battle. That's one of Max Hernandez's strong suits. One of many, but he is a strong player on the ball. He's not going to lose that shoulder to shoulder. There comes Hernandez running through and picks up a bit of contact in there. There is going to be a foul. Still no card. Meanwhile, North Star's Chris Dunn pleading his innocence. Doesn't feel there was any foul that should have been given. Do you have any thoughts on the replay?
I mean, it looks like the North Stars player swung out a little bit at him, but it didn't seem like there was any contact.
Wider, in case he hits it right on front. Yeah. Here comes the delivery. Oh, it's sent out to the far. No one marking it. It's a free set ball in. Second ball falls kindly, and North Stars may have an opportunity to break out. Here comes Amaya. That is excellent from Amaya to evade the contact. Amaya will play the early ball over to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, immediate man on his back, and that's going to be a foul. And an opportunity for the North Stars to get baddies forward. Now you can pre-select with this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just get yourself set in.
Oh.
It's almost like a program, and I don't know if you've seen like a traditional broadcasting. That's how I use it.
That's smart.
Like a preview and program, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you can keep it over here and just be ready to like go right as soon as if he hits it. Like you can start here and then as soon as he hits it, go, yeah. It's gonna be Emmanuel and I believe, no, it's just Emmanuel. Emmanuel takes the shot on just wide. Not a bad effort by any stretch, but one that North Stars will wish had tested Yusuf Al-Risa. See a lot of activity in the chat. Welcome, love it. We got everybody here today. Emerson, Emerson Paez. Oh, it's Emerson from North Stars. Thank you for the call out for Alex Amaya. Devin Starks helping me out. Luis is not here. Luis. Kevin Hatch, Amanda V. Chacon, checking out Jake Tosta. Leah Atkas, watching her son Adil. And Peter and Midwest Media Network, and of course Gio. And Soccer King. Yeah, I was going to go down to the game. I'm just getting over strep throat. I promise I'm no longer contagious. I've got, I promise.
Oh, it's okay, no.
I've been taking my antibiotics. I wouldn't put you. But
anything for the game.
Anything for the game. But I didn't feel it was enough rest time to go down to Richmond. That's quite a commitment. So unfortunately, I didn't make it down, but I did want to come out here to support you in the setup, and you'll be doing these games all by yourself soon. As soon as Sunday, probably.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Wow, that is Alex Amaya.
Wow.
Using great physicality. That's a poor challenge from Chris Dunn, and certainly one that our center official will have to deal with. Let's take another look at this. To me, this screamed yellow card, but maybe not. It wasn't a lot of contact upon the second look, but
yeah,
it was careless.
Definitely late.
And what are my thoughts? I mean, I couldn't be more buzzing right now. You hear the excitement in my voice. I'm trying not to, I'm trying to give these teams their due and keep it focused on Esperion North Stars, but it's such a big moment for Virginia Dream and, of course, for all of the Super League teams. It's huge for our league to have Virginia Dream victorious and on to the next round against a professional side, no less. It's funny, you know, maybe Richmond Kickers thought they could play, I guess, some younger players, but by, you know, the halftime, they had their big name guys, and they realized for sure the task that was at hand, and Virginia Dream still found 2 more goals after that half.
You know, again, it might speak to my ignorance. Great touch there by Amaya.
Still going is Alex Amaya, looking for the cutback. Beautiful skill, and that's certainly a foul. Amaya. Using the trick stick time and again. We have to come back for this one, and I'd be surprised to not see. See, the thing is, there hasn't been a card yet, but both sides, it's been equal. Like, right, there was one that we probably thought that Chris Dunn should have been due a card. This one certainly also in that yellow card conversation, but to be fair, it's consistent.
I think a good point of reasoning is usually, like, if you're giving the penalty, you know, that's enough of a problem you're giving the team. You know, you don't need to give them the card and the penalty. But if it's a free kick right outside the box like this, I think, you know, you're not getting penalized too much. I think it's a foul there.
Oh, this one sent straight up. Still alive. Off the line yet again. And again, it's touched up and over.
What is happening?
That is crazy pinball action. Let's take another look at this replay. How has this not gone in, Josh? We thought the play was dead for a minute.
After that first one, I definitely thought it was dead for a good second.
Who is that on the line? He is the king, the king of Esperion right now. I'm thinking of the YouTube video. Scott. You know what I'm talking about, the penalty kick saves.
Oh, the goalie.
Yeah,
yes. And yeah, just
you people, the internet knows who I'm talking about. Put it in the chat.
It is Scott something.
Yeah. Well, incredible goal line clearance for Esperion. The score remains 0-0 here in the 25th minute. It's been chances for both sides.
Esperion definitely having trouble with Amaya up top. He's just fighting through every challenge.
Yeah, that was a good nod from Emerson to let us know he's a player to watch out for, and he's been great, not only with that physicality, but the skill to get in that position, take out 2 different Esperion players.
Yeah, he was giving me some Diego Costa vibes, you know. Bigger, stronger guy, but still silky and elegant on the ball.
Oh yeah. There's a time and a place for each part. There's physicality and there's a time to bring out the moves.
The moves were definitely apparent there.
I spoke to the manager for Esperion before the match, and he wasn't super confident in, you know, being the player availability for today. You know, they were missing a lot of their key guys, so you know the hope wasn't necessarily to make a big statement win or anything. It was just to kind of try to maintain in this game, and I think they've done at least that, right, against this North Star side, this very strong North Star side. And maybe they undersold themselves just a little bit. They definitely have some vertical abilities, some of these young players, and at times they've been undone at the back, but with some incredible goal line heroics. This is Joseph Ammer coming in for North Stars. Scott Sterling, thank you, Gio. Scott Sterling on the line for Esperion today.
I saw Gio was schooling everybody in the Virginia Dream game chat there about you know, exactly what the leagues are, you know, where the kickers are, what league Dream's in. You know, he had all the facts out.
I love that. I had it on the TV. That's a clean tackle, a physical one. What do you think? That did look clean to me.
You know, I was probably a little too focused on talking there, but it did not, yeah, it didn't raise any eyebrows from me.
Yeah, it was a physical challenge, no doubt, but he did get ball. So he sent back to Piquer. AJ. Stars confident playing from the back. There is space upfield. Oh, that's beautiful from Fordyce. Here comes Emmanuel looking for the overlapping run. Didn't find it. And it will be just a goal kick to come. Yusuf Al-Risa wants to just send everyone forward. No reason to try to play from the back with this front three. Amr, Emmanuel, and Amaya. Well flicked on from Hernandez. Dunn is the first to the second ball, though. Here's Hernandez winning the physical battle in there. And it's sent back across the line of Esperion. Well won from AJ. Pratham will settle it down for his teammates. Ooh, that pressure almost yielded results there, Josh.
Yeah, definitely good pressure from the front line at North Stars there.
There's going to be a throw over on the far touchline. A throw immediately won by Fordyce. Fordyce goes down, but nothing doing, and Esperion will start from the back. And sent forward. Jesse couldn't keep his footing, but Yusuf Piquer hitting Taha, no, just missing. I was about to give accolades for threading that pass, but maybe try to do a little too much.
Yeah, also not the biggest recipient at right back there. Michael Kim, you know, I'm not height shaming, but definitely not the tallest to be receiving that
Right.
ball there.
Well, it's also a case of like just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like
Yeah.
throwing out that pass just to show off your abilities. I mean, if you hit it, sure, but like you better hit it because there's teammates there that are close by that you can hit and just continue to maintain possession. I'm being super critical here of the great young 16-year-old goalkeeper, but I'm just saying, you know, he looks like a guy who's probably trying to play at the next level. That's something they'll look for.
Yeah, no, definitely good points. Definitely good points. You know, every team's looking for a ball-playing goalie these days.
Am I certainly offsides? I can see that one from here. I don't know if it'll come back on the video, but I promise he was just a bit past the back line. He's trying to time it just right.
Yeah, just a little early for sure.
A set piece just sent over the top. Well received by Ivanov. Here comes Canales, saving it for a throw instead of a goal kick, and looks like it's going to be a North Stars throw. They believe it should have been a goal kick, but
no, definitely a throw. That was the whole point of the Esperion attacker again down there. Was he flicked it out for the throw-in.
There's a throw for Kim. Is there a square ball in there? Physical defending, but
definitely clean.
definitely physical challenge, but a well-timed challenge. Now sent out by Yusuf Piquer. It's Fordyce. There's AJ. Stepping past one and finding Dunn. Dunn is upended. Could be a chance for this young Esperion side. Took a little too long to get the ball off his feet. Here comes Fordyce out to Amaya. Has Amer and Emmanuel stretching the front lines. Emmanuel could be in. No, it's marshaled off the ball and well claimed by the goalkeeper. North Stars have to get back into shape quickly. There's 3 players still up top for Esperion, and this has turned into end-to-end stuff here. Kind of discipline is going out the window to some extent. These players just kind of staying high, trusting their defense to get it done, and it's worked out thus far.
Yeah, I think they're both sides are gonna feel it, and I think they're probably feeling it right now. I think that's why everything's just slowing a bit down.
Here comes Hernandez, finding Canales. Canales will run out of steam there. Just a little too much juice on that pass. Esperion will expend one of their substitutions early on. This one sent into the middle, lots of space and time for AJ. Now Fordyce stepping around one man and finding Dunn. Those 3 have connected really well together. Here comes Emmanuel. Has one to beat. Will take it to the outside. And just did not have the ability to get all the way around. Good sportsmanship off the ball there between Pratum and Josh Fordyce. Those are 2 former teammates, mind you. That's Pratum, who has played with North Stars for some time. Now Fordyce finding Amer for Mike Kim. Mike Kim We'll send it into the box. Well away, that almost spelled catastrophe. The touch from the defender almost took it right into the oncoming path of Alex Amaya. Sent into the box. It's Mike Kim squaring it. Might have been better off just taking that himself. What do you think, Josh?
I mean, you know, it's you can always look in retrospect and look right, but yeah, he definitely could have smashed it at the keeper. Maybe got a rebound, maybe slip under the keeper's leg, you know. But I just don't think he could pick out the exact options in the box there. You know, everybody was marked up.
Canales running out of real estate. Will be a Mike Kim throw. Sent in the direction of Amaya. Amaya going up and getting that one. Here, bring it a little bit further over. You can come over. Don't worry about knocking me down.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about me. If you need to knock me out of the way, just knock me out of the way. I'm gonna stand up here. It's gonna be a goal kick to come for Esperion. Now Esperion will re-involve their goalkeeper. They're content right now with where they're at in the game. And they've been playing vertical balls. Here's Canales finding a little bit of space behind Mike Kim in this North Stars back line. Canales will run into a tackle. Now squared, beautiful ball. Second bite at the apple. Oh, he mistimed the jump. Mistimed the finish, and now ball sent in from the far side. That's a great take from Yusuf Pikir. And that will kill the attack. There's Francis Rojas, who helped engineer that attack. Put in a great ball that was eventually claimed by Pikir. And Esperion will just have to play this into touch. This one's sent into the box. And Alrisa alert to the danger. There's a huge gap in the North Stars midfield between the back line and this midfield, but I guess they're holding midfielders to get the job done.
Like you were saying earlier, Fordyce and AJ and that third midfielder there are linking up very well tonight. You know, they're really controlling the middle of the field tonight.
Here comes a ball in from Kim, beautifully timed. Even better clearance. Canales able to find daylight playing out. Here comes Hernandez. Good physical battle in there. We've seen that battle several times. Finally, Jake Tosta sent to ground by Hernandez, but will win the prize of a set piece right around midfield. Sent into the box and away. Watera is a big ball. Here's onwards for play, and it is going to be a set piece. Let's come back to this one because it happened almost too quick to see in real time. Pratham ostensibly might have caught AJ with the hand,
Something caught him.
Just about 5 minutes left to play in this first half period plus stoppage, and this would be a huge time to get one go-ahead goal. The breeze is picking up here at Bryant Alternative High School in Alexandria, Virginia. Otherwise, beautiful conditions. And it looks like it's Fordyce to send one forward on the ground. Sent in, beautiful ball from Josh Fordyce. The shot taken and the shot is converted. Golazo for North Stars. Off. Right, let's get the celebration real quick. That's a great ball in from Josh Fordyce, and the finish. I believe that was Dunn up top. Chris Dunn on the connection from Josh Fordyce. That was a fantastic ball. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, just split the lines there.
I mean, which is better, the finish or the ball in? It's you
They're
take
both
your pick.
pretty great.
They're both incredible. I mean, just the ball from Fordyce completely took the entire Esperion line out, put it on a platter for his teammate, but still, Chris Dunn had a lot to do and put it right inside of the far post. It's how they draw it up. So it's 1-0. We just talked about this will be a hard time to concede for either side, but huge goal for North Stars. Good claim from the Esperion goalkeeper. Good battle there. Like him putting in a hefty challenge. Hernandez did well to keep his feet. Now it's Canales drifting inside. Needs to find an outlet. Canales bowled over. And the foul is called. It's advantage. Coming back to the initial contact against Canales.
Was it offsides?
It was offsides, but so the foul was called, and because he played the man in an offside position, he called it back because the advantage had gone.
Okay.
It's good officiating.
Yeah, I was definitely a little confused. I thought he called it back
very
without
poor
the advantage.
if he had called it back with so much space in front of Esperion, that offside was called. This one's lumped into the corner. I don't see this bearing much fruit, and it will just drift for a goal kick. Big shout out to Josh on the camera tonight, helping me out as commentator too and cameraman.
Yeah, I'm not the best at multitasking, you guys. So.
We're coming out of hibernation too, right? I mean, it's been a while. We'll get your flow back on like we had it in the fall. We got a lot of games coming up. This is another great ball in. This time, Dunn is the server. Fordyce following up. No, excuse me. This is not Fordyce. That was Joseph Ammer creating up top. The speedy, creative German winger for North Stars FC. All in all, though, I hold true what I said earlier about Esperion. Not a bad showing for them in their first match.
No.
This is North Stars firing on all cylinders. And still, Esperion just down the one goal. This one's sent in. Will be another throw for Esperion on the far touchline. Well, one initially. Second ball falls kindly for Amaya. Amaya finds Emmanuel. That was a really risky challenge from Pratham Gavarapu, but it panned out for him well. Now, Esperion can take advantage. Fantastic challenge there from Dunn. There's going to be another foul going against North Stars. North Stars may disagree, but they do need to get back in. As a goalkeeper, this really irritates me when players don't listen, don't get in the wall, especially from this kind of range. It is one that North Stars will really not want to concede, especially before the half. I mean, you never want to concede, but this would be the worst time to throw away a 1-goal lead in your first match of the season.
And you haven't really given any big chances whatsoever the whole first half. You know, this would really hurt right at the end there. Is that Canales stepping up?
Yeah, you're right. Canales standing over it. The lone kick taker, the left foot. Will he test Yusuf Peker? Sent on frame, but the young goalkeeper is equal to the challenge, and that is going to do it for the first half. What a first half it's been. It's rather level. Two very different approaches. North Stars heavy on the possession, heavy on the ball movement, whereas Esperion a lot more vertical. They've done really well getting the ball long and hitting on the counterattack. What is your takeaways from this first half?
I agree with what you said there. I think from what I've seen, I think Esperion should just keep trying to get in behind like that, keep trying to counterattack. They haven't really been able to create anything in possession when North Stars is set in their back line. Whereas North Stars, they've attacked very well. You know, they're trying to hit Samson and Manuel down the left side. Esperion had to. I think they specifically changed their left back just because of how many problems Amayo was giving them down this right-hand side. You know, so I think North Stars just keep doing what they're doing, and I think they're going to see this game out, Noah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, please help others find it in the algorithm. It's always great to get more likes to help the other viewers find these games. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. We also have DMV Sports Media on Instagram, or the Super Soccer League Instagram channel, where we will be posting short form content. You'll find the extended highlights on YouTube. So lots of reasons to stay subscribed. And of course, we have the 410 podcast weekly coming out this weekend live. I'll be recapping all these matches and forecasting the season, talking of course about the Virginia Dream victory in the Open Cup. We'll be discussing that on the 410 podcast. So we're going to take a break for the half. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you shortly. Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half here of Super Soccer League Virginia Division 1, ready to kick off live from Bryant High School in Alexandria, Virginia. It is a 1-0 affair. It was a beautiful connection from Josh Fordyce to Chris Dunn to create the lone goal of the day. Second half ready to kick off. We have 45 minutes to sort out these two sides in their first matchup in Super Soccer League action. You'll remember that it was Esperion who knocked out North Stars of the DMV Winter Cup, and of course neither side will have forgotten. It's kind of developing into a rivalry here early in Esperion's presence in the Super League.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a match that North Stars just needed a 1 point. They just needed a draw to get through to out of the group stage, and it was a last-minute 2-1 victory for Esperion. So I'm sure that I'm not the only one who remembers that one, but certainly North Stars came to take care of business today.
I'll say I hope the rivalry keeps up, because I do like the jersey clash.
Oh yeah, this is one that's easy for us to tell the difference,
Yeah.
thankfully. So, well, speaking of jersey clashes, looks like this holdup is goalkeepers having a wardrobe malfunction, but we are good to go. There is a switch. Yusuf Alrisa will make way for Jason Ito, who will start the half in goal. I don't think that's, being punished for a poor performance or anything. I think it's just they're looking to see different guys in the spot, because you wouldn't put that lone goal on Yusuf Alrisa. You can hit it now because they're about to go. There we are. Underway. It's Esperion playing left to right, wearing their black and green uniforms. North Stars will play right to left, of course wearing orange and black. For those just joining us, welcome. And welcome back to all of our first half fans. And we'll send it across the back line. And while North Stars had the better of possession, it wasn't a half that was without chances for Esperion. They were very strong getting forward. They had some balls over the top that did ask questions, and at times were very quick on the counterattack. So it's interesting to see if Esperion might be able to make something of one of these chances. Speaking of, there's Emmanuel, lots of space in front of him. I'm surprised to not see Emmanuel get forward. That's one of his strong suits, his speed, his acceleration, but instead elected to take it back.
Yeah, he had a lot of field in front of him. I think he took the safe route there.
This is, I believe, a handball in the build-up for Pratim Gavarapu.
Great name.
Yep, I mentioned former North Stars player, so some history between the two. This is Hernandez getting stuck in for the challenge, and we'll see it over the far touchline. This one pumped upfield and well played by Gavarapu. Canales is the lone man out on that wing. I think that was forced a little bit too much. Esperion. That's a letdown for Esperion, who
Always expecting him to go right back into where the ball went out.
Oh, that is a poor decision. I think that the play came to nothing because that should not have been called offsides. Esperion seemed to have sorted it out anyways, but it's certainly a missed call, right? Because the ball did get played by the North Stars player.
Yeah.
So it should not be offsides if that's the call. But it's not super material because Esperion had already won the ball back. But that's one to keep an eye on. Is Alfaro. All sent up. Plenty of time and space to receive this one from Rojas. Rojas will send it back. Rojas again, seeing more of the ball this second half. Making good decisions. There's Alfaro playing Emmanuel. Emmanuel running out of real estate there. AJ. Sending it back to Alfaro. Alfaro with the audacious clearance attempt. It almost backfired, but will have the throw to allow his team to get out. Here comes Emmanuel, driving into space. This is where he excels. There was one final challenge to evade, and it was a huge challenge that came in flying from the last man for Esperion. That tackle was Melvin Ramos.
Oh, it's in the name. If you're named Ramos, you have to tackle people aggressively.
Oh, of course. Well, Real Madrid have their Ramos, Esperion have their Ramos, and what a crucial tackle that was. If you got that wrong, it could have been a card of either color. It could have been a potential goal, since there wasn't really anyone else to take out Emmanuel. Ito will launch this one into the midfield. Well won by Alfaro. Second ball possessed by Hernandez. And it is going to be a foul going against North Stars. The Esperion man is down. Rojas back on his feet. Some extra words getting exchanged. Hernandez not going to take kindly to that. Watch the battle between Hernandez and Fordyce as it develops. This one's sent into the box. Well flicked on. There's no one to receive the second one, but hammer will drop. And now Cedric Chunku, he's got that kind of speed. That's another player from that DCFTC team I spoke of from back in the day. I had the pleasure of playing with Cedric Chunku, and then Jason Ferrafino and Max Hernandez. 2 on Esperion, 1 on North Stars. But now I'm just reliving the glory days, the old WPL days. That was a physical challenge. Rojas did well to maintain with the challenge. This one's sent goalkeeper to goalkeeper, and it is offside. Well, I don't think that one was off, but I didn't have as good a view as that as the other. Maybe now we're nullified with the two.
Yeah, I know the players were down there talking about makeup calls, so might be that there.
Yeah, this game is heating up. There's off the ball, there's extra words being exchanged. I think it's well flicked on by Fordyce. Goalkeeper Ito misplays it, but does get bailed out by his defender.
Fordyce having a match right now.
Yeah, that was a fantastic flick on.
Set the ball right there.
The impenetrable fence will keep the players off the ball, and it's quicker than most times you see the ball retrieved. Alfaro will find the pass in. Here's Canales. Emmanuel goes to turf, and now it's Esperion looking to get out. Well claimed by AJ. Pocket picked.
Good turn.
Went across. And here's Hernandez. He's been heavily involved in all facets of the attack for Esperion. Fortes will play the early ball. Chunku has the wheels to get there. Will walk the tightrope on the far side, Cedric Chunko.
Oh, he's got
Here's
options.
the left-footed strike, and just wide. Cedric Tacho with a fantastic run. Just a slight deflection to take it away from goal.
Thought he was gonna hit Sampson there, making that back post run there.
Here comes the in-swinger. Tacho will send it across goal. No touch. And it looks like goal kick to come. And the ball is finally retrieved. All is well. And we'll play from the back. Ramos finding Rojas. Now swung across. Esperion trying something a little different. Will finally stretch the attack. Now sent into the corner and well played back from Piquer. Audacious turn attempt from Hernandez, didn't come off. And Gavarapu will get a touch to it. There's Tosta, running into trouble. Canales all by himself. Finally getting help. Here comes Canales. Good ball movement. And as I say that, the commentator's curse is very real. Ball immediately turned over. And North Star is not able to take advantage.
I'll say a really solid defensive structure by North Stars. You know, as soon as a ball is played into the interior, into the midfield, you know, that's when they spring on the press. Besides that, they're kind of just sitting back and letting Esperion play it around.
Here comes AJ. Beautiful ball in the direction of Dunn that time. Just a little bit behind the back line. I want to see this one.
Great ball in.
Yeah, fantastic find from Fordyce. Yeah, I think that one's just offside.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to defer to the referee's judgment.
He definitely faked me. I thought he was going for the shot.
This one sent up, but the wind has picked up. Coming against Esperion. Ball really holds up. There's Rojas sending it back to Ramos. Emmanuel is first to that one.
Ooh.
Lovely footwork. Now done.
Great hold though.
Yeah, absolutely. Ammer Fordyce. Now Joe Ammer is going to take this himself. Well brought back. Rajmal Basudi. Now, Cedric Tacho, not sure what he had in mind there, but can't imagine that was it.
Yeah, I think he just got a little excited.
Canales, no space to get into. Now Ammer trying to cut the defense, but Hernandez had it read beautifully. Now sent forward. Good challenge there from Noah Alfaro. Just to get the ball away from Ivanov. Here comes ball forward from Fordyce.
Oh,
wow, what a ball that
wow.
was. And just as well received from Cedric Tacho. And that is just wide. At first I thought, you know, that was a mistake of a ball.
I thought it was a little hopeful, for sure. You know?
It was perfectly played. Let's take another look at this replay.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, we won't get the actual ball placement, but we'll see the final strike from Cedric Tacho. Looks like there's a player down behind the ball for Esperion. It is Rojas. Looks like Rojas' day is done. Yeah, no re-entry out here in this Super Soccer League. Virginia. No re-entry within a half and only 7 subs, so Esperion forced to use another one of their substitutions.
I think those are pretty fair rules there, Noah. You know, as the commissioner.
Fair's got nothing to do with it, I guess. It's what's agreed upon, and
That's
that is what
a good
it
point
is.
too. Yeah, got me looking
I
back
guess
and
fair
forth.
does have something to do with it, but
It just made me think, yeah, the re-entry, you know, because if some sides are going to be better, they're gonna have much more depth, you know.
yeah, it completely changes how you have to approach a game, right?
Exactly.
I get to cover a lot of leagues, and many of them that don't have that same rule, and it just changes the flow. It's not as serious of a feel when you can just send guys in to run. You don't have to worry about fitness. They don't have to worry about maintaining possession, right? When you've played 90 minutes and you have to chase the ball around, you're gonna approach things a little differently from if you can just bring in another hockey wave of players
Exactly.
on the fly. Of course, a lot of these players have been on for the full match.
And like you said to hockey, I think it's fine in a sport like that because it's a much smaller
Yeah, that's a different
surface they're playing on. You know, because you want a high intensity, quick game. You know, it's gonna be easy for a smaller field to regain that intensity. You know, whereas on a big pitch like this, these big soccer fields, you know, having guys come in and out, it's gonna be hard to keep up that intensity, like you were saying.
Here comes Canales, trying to find the final pass. It just wasn't on. Great pass. And offside is the flag. The whole North Stars bench is in agony. Let's take a look at this. That did not feel offside in real time to me, but I do want to take another look.
I don't think so.
I thought actually that it was based on the second look. Hold on, let's take another look.
Yeah, if they could give us a second to look at this.
Yeah, they're gonna take their time.
It's definitely tight.
So, right.
It's.
Ooh, I do think that
You
it
might
would
be
have to.
right.
It's closer than it looked. It's
Yeah.
closer than it first looks, right? It's hard to tell exactly when that gets played. I'm gonna show you a little how I zoom in and out as I'm covering. Just watch, and I'm gonna give it back to you in a couple minutes. Just 2 minutes. This is sent inside for Basuti. Now Tacho. Tacho will show good patience. Tosta. And North Stars, they still have the advantage. They don't necessarily need to force the issue, but sure, another goal would be great to have. There's contact off the ball. Onwards we play. Now Basuti. Out to Tosta. A lovely ball movement from North Stars, but a bit of a throwaway. Tacho losing, and Gavarapu holding things up for Esperion. Pratsam Gavarapu trying to thread one in. Just no easy option there, and Yusuf Piquer will stand on this one. Take more valuable time off the clock here in the 65th minute. Tosta down the line. Tacho attempting the turn and gets the foul. It's, in my opinion, a bailout foul. I didn't see a whole lot in that. We'll take another quick look at this. Well, North Stars get themselves set.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, no. This, maybe there was a little bit of extra pullback.
At the start there, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see that on the first one. It felt like Tacho just put the ball into a questionable area and then was looking for the contact. This one's played all the way up the field. Well flicked on from Dunn. Emmanuel will control it and runs into problems. Whoa. It's a foul going against Esperion. I did not see it this way, and I think some of the Esperion players didn't as well. Let's take a look at this one, Josh. Maybe the first, if anything, it has to be the first foul. It has to be the first one, because the second one, not at all.
Yeah, I think the ref might have just heard the studs there, honestly, too, and the studs connecting there. That sounds never good. It's usually a foul when you're hearing studs clatter together like that, you know. But I think you're right there. I don't think that was a foul.
It is going to be coming out. The foul is coming out.
Oh wow. Wow.
That's good work by the officiating crew, the linesman and the center, talking it out and getting it right. Sent down the line. Here comes Canales. Here, you come across, don't worry about me. Yeah, you get behind it. Get yourself in a good position. It's a battle that was won by Cedric Tacho. Wants to get the ball on that left foot. Takes it around the first man and tries for the near post. Got it. Honestly, he did so well there, Tacho, but I think that's selfish from that angle to try to find that shot. I mean, you're really going to have to pull something incredible to beat the goalkeeper at the near post from no angle.
Yeah, it looks like he had is number 5 Joe Ammer.
Ammer. Number 5 is Ammer, correct?
Yeah, he had Joe Ammer making a late run into the box there.
Here comes Hernandez. Undone by Fordyce. Now Fordyce working well to get it back. Here comes Ammer, and again the offside flag goes. That one was not offside. Not even close.
Not at all. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Way behind him. Wow. You can hear.
Yeah, I think that they got that one wrong, and it's becoming just an accumulation thing. Even the one that was not close is still coming under scrutiny in my own mind, but...
You know, I feel like the rule used to be benefit to the attacker before, like, because now in professional soccer we have VAR, so you can't really, if it's close like the last couple ones we had, you know, you get to see how close it is. But like back before VAR, if it was pretty close like that, it would usually be give benefit to the attacker, because obviously it's a game where goals are being scored.
Zoom in. Sorry to cut you off. Zoom in.
Good.
I want to see. Are they using our VAR?
Oh, that'd be funny. Was a phone up there? I think.
Oh, okay. I want to see. Is that a phone?
Might be his notepad.
I think that was a phone.
I mean, good on them using their resources.
That looks like, to me, a phone screen right here.
Kind of, yeah. And he might just have one of those, like, flip over cases.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, making sure we still... I think dissent. But no one got dismissed, just subbed off. This is sent back. Canales. Now sent into the 18. Chances there. Ooh. Beautiful turn. What a save. Off the line yet again. Fantastic save from Yusuf Piquer. And North Star is breathing a huge sigh of relief. Here comes Dunn. Lots of space in front of him. Here's Dunn. No passing options. We'll take it past. Now the tackle comes in at the last. Let's watch this most recent, and then if there's time, let's find time for the other save on the other end. This is end-to-end stuff here. A lot of work to do for Chris Dunn. And the save here on the other end for Yusuf Piquer. The 1v1 save. Oh, what a cut. Was this a save by goalkeeper or Noah Alfaro? It's hard to know, but
I think the keeper got all the way across there.
Been sent in and cleared at the near post. Ochoa stepping to the ball. There's a Maniel.
Ooh.
Beautiful back heel.
Another offsides.
Yeah, now we're going to be reviewing everything. This one does look more offsides than the others. It's hard to know from this angle.
Yeah.
But now, of course, everything's going to come into question. Sent upfield. Maniel finding Basudi. Hey, let me believe that it was a phone.
I did not catch that at all, so can't really question the call, but a lot of uproar. Oh, not.
Was there another offside? I'm sorry.
Another offsides and some not nice comments towards the linesman.
I see Mertz in the chat here, being a big baby about the lighting. Mert, the lighting here is fine. It's not excellent, but it's no worse than any of the others. Annandale, West Springfield, it's just lights. It's going to be a throw over in the far touchline for Esperion, who are getting bodies forward. Sent in. That's a poor clearance. North Stars almost allowing a lifeline for Esperion.
Oh, corner.
And a corner, yeah, for Esperion. Is this the way back into the game? Who else but Ramos getting into the mix? Zoom out as it cuts in. Yeah. Sent in. Oh, just over top of Gavarapu. And North Stars will get it forward. There's Dunn finding Basuti. And good decision to bring this one back, as North Stars didn't have anyone up top. That's a poor pass. Cut out at the back by Esperion. This is a sloppy piece of play right now. Hernandez slowing it down. Now Gavarapu finds the short pass. Our Stars do have plenty of bodies behind the ball. It's going to be really tough to thread the needle here. Hernandez trying to do just that. That's the right decision. Switch the ball. This one's sent in. Emmanuel. Great work there from number 12, Kari Gosain. Push through the contact and earn the foul. Looks like Gavarapu earned the yellow card in the process. The first caution, not the first caution of the match, but one of few. Josh Fordyce earned one and was promptly taken off. This one for dissent. Into the corner. Gavarapu showing great control. His teammates wanted him to bring it forward. Will have a second chance to get one over the top. It's floated in the direction of Tosta and well dealt with. Sent into the box and well claimed. That's a good call from Yusuf Piquer. Nice goalkeeping jersey too, I gotta say. I like goalkeeping jersey that's unique. His is definitely not the standard run-of-the-mill store-bought Nike jersey. No offense to any Nike jersey holders, but
no, like it's just like a basic neon green, right, or a pink, you know. Yeah, it's got some stripes, got some pattern to it. Definitely a little fun.
And there's going to be a foul, drawing the ire of the entire North Stars bench and roster. Let's take a look at this replay. I mean, maybe it's a foul, maybe not. It doesn't look like it's that contentious to me. I mean, there was a lot of...
Could go either way, I feel like.
I just don't have the position to call that one, but it is one of those things where it's turning into accumulation where North Stars feel hard done because of other plays, and
Yeah.
you know, it sort of feels like that would just be another one, but I don't think that one in and of itself is that contentious.
No, I don't think so. Getting back to the keeper, he looks huge in that goal.
Yeah, and it's just a presence of how he communicates with the team. It's been huge. It's been good when called upon. Zoom out just a tiny bit, just in case he hits it right on. Hernandez stirring things up.
You're not allowed to put other...
There's a certain number you're not allowed to put people in the wall.
Oh, okay.
Canales takes the strike.
Oh.
Well saved. I think Yusuf Piquer would have rather held on to that one, but
Got down to it very well.
yeah, did well to keep it out.
Oh, he found a football. American football.
Final 10 minutes here.
Got a sub in for North Stars, it looks like.
Oh wait, the goalkeeper's name is Adil. Okay, so they have, what? Adil Adkas is the North Stars goalkeeper. I don't
Wonder who Yusuf is.
know who that is, but Adil Adkas, we've been saying the wrong name the whole time. Adil Adkas. Oh, that is certainly a foul, and probably a card, I would imagine.
Let's look at that real quick.
Oh, Pratim Gavarapu, if I'm not mistaken, already on a yellow, so very fortunate there to not pick up another. No, it was the other player. That's Hernandez, who I think is also, that's Max Hernandez, I think also on a yellow. Maybe not, I just know he's prone to getting yellows.
If he's not, he definitely should have been after that.
It's a poor ball, but even poorer reception. Not a good touch. Been moments of excellence in this game. There's been poor moments. It's kind of a spotty, but it's what you'd expect in the first match of the season for these both of these sides. Good turn from Gavarapu. Now Hernandez. Sending it back. Esperion a little too nonchalant there, although Hernandez was able to get on the second ball. Here comes one over the top. Played back to Adil. Adkas plays it all the way up the field. Oh, what a ball. This one's certainly onside. Goalkeeper retreats to the line. Can Tacho get there?
Oh.
Well, I heard a player, someone over there say you can't even see that from there. To be fair, you're much further than the ref, so I don't know how you see that.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be a yellow card for Alex Amaya. Went through the man to get the ball. Looks like it's Jonathan Canales who will not be able to continue on for the day. 6 minutes and the stoppage to play. Hey, you're good.
Coming off.
Looks like North Stars will make a switch. One of their youngsters stepping on. And Joseph Ammer is off. Gavarapu will send it back inside. Now played up top. Good communication. That could have spelled disaster between Alfaro and Adil. Good connection. And the handball will go against Esperion. This is James. Sorry, this is Yusuf Piquer who stepped on now. This is the real Yusuf Piquer.
Oh,
number 1. There he is.
Now I'm seeing number 1.
Number 1.
You can definitely see the confusion.
Apologies to Adil, the young goalkeeper.
They should give him the number 1 after tonight.
Right? They may not have enough jerseys to cover without using this number 1. That's poor oversight from the logistics manager to order a number 1 for a field player. Good decision from Ramos to find the outside pass, but Piquer keeps it alive only just for a moment. Canales is still on. I thought day was done. But he's still grinding it out. Good physicality there. Ochoa bowled over. This one's sent forward. Good physicality from Vasudi. That's certainly a high kick, but almost taken out of the air by Esperion. This one's over the top. Second ball picked up well by Amaya. Now done. We'll play the first time ball in. Good early ball played into the direction of Kari Gosain. And here's a big ball up the field. No takers, no recipients, and now Hernandez will settle it down. Back in the office tomorrow. Definitely looking forward to some nice warm chicken soup at home, but for now we've got some excitement in store. What a challenge in the midfield. Here's Ochoa. Has Gavarapu to his left. And Caduce not taking any chances there. He had his goalkeeper coming to get that one, but sometimes it's just better to live to fight another day.
Yeah, no need to put any unadded pressure for no reason there.
There's Hernandez out to Gavarapu, sent into the box and away. Beautiful challenge there from Alfaro. There's Yusuf Piquer riding the challenge. Shot taken by Canales. And again, Adil coming to the rescue. It's a poor kick out. Potential handball not given. Yeah, that was bang bang. I mean, arms were in at the side, and the ball was delivered from about inside of a meter. There's Dunn, sends it back for AJ Basuti, and now North Stars trying to draw in Esperion, take more time off the clock. Sent down the line for Amaya. Good possession play from Alex Amaya. Wanted to go for the big one into the corner, but Esperion come out on top as a foul against Corey Gassane. No, because it's going to be two, yeah, right at this time. You'd imagine they're going to try to play quick, at least some of these.
Yeah, and it won't be much added time, so Esperion definitely need to get going.
See a comment about will Alfred ever come back? Alfred is welcome back. He's just got some stuff to sort out, I guess, but he's always welcome back on DMV Sports Money. This one's sent in over the top and off the bar. Oh, what a goal that would have been here at the end of the game. Take a look at this replay. Adil making one of his few mistakes thus far in the game. Almost a costly one. Ivanov rose well to get that ball up over the goalkeeper, but unfortunately for him, also over the post. Couple of exciting first matches. Last night's 3-3 affair. This is a 1-0 game that, to be fair, does feel like it should be 3 points to North Stars, but Esperion have certainly made a strong account of themselves. They'll be just fine, I think, in this league. Here comes Gavarapu, distributing it to Ochoa. Now Melvin Ramos does connect with his colleague. Shot taken, but no real venom on that, and Adil will just fall comfortably on this one. Another big ball upfield in the direction of Cedric Tacho. Tacho, can you take the shot? We'll square it.
Oh,
Just about an inch wide of an own goal. Corner kick to come.
he's finally got on that right foot. Never thought I'd see it.
You and everyone else. Here comes that famous left foot of Cedric Tacho to whip this one in for an insurance goal. It's floated to the back post. Not a bad ball if that's what North Stars were expecting, but it certainly did not seem so.
Into the 92nd minute, so can't be much more time here, Noah.
Yeah. Is there one more chance for Esperion? Here they come. It's Canales running into the challenge of Basuti. There will be a throw on this near touchline. Ball going against Dunn. One final chance before this game goes whimpering into the night. Esperion attacking all their bodies forward. We're deep into extra time. No reason to hold back now. Hernandez flicks one on, but North Star is able to get it up to Dunn. Esperion need a big ball forward. We'll find Melvin Ramos. Now Gavarapu fouled in the midfield by Dunn.
Gavarapu's been quite impressive.
Did I just hear someone yell, he got the ball, sir? That was the least ball-winning challenge I think I've ever seen.
You always got to fight the case, you know?
Jason Ito will take this one and send everyone forward. Here we go. Ball into the box, flicked back and well held by Adil Ekkan. Beautiful ball out. I think from a tactical perspective, you would like to see your goalkeeper fall on that and take more time off the clock, but from just a skill perspective, that was incredible distribution.
I mean, I do get what you're saying. I think most managers would be like, let me just waste the clock here. But I think I heard the coach there go, great ball. You know, he was really happy with the ball there.
I think the ball was great. I think the decision, not so.
But I'll just say I think it was backed by
the manager.
Yeah, going first.
That's one of those again where if you execute it, it's okay. But everyone's gonna be screaming at you if it doesn't get delivered perfectly.
Yeah, cut that off, counterattack.
Yeah. All your guys are tired. They're just trying to kill the time, and I think this should be the final whistle any minute now. 95 minutes gone. Yet another attack. That's a poor distribution of the ball. Tacho is so far out of position that it worked out perfectly for him. It is done. Finding Tacho for the go-ahead goal. Sorry, not go-ahead goal, the final goal. How has that not gone in? The extra save by Jason Ito, preventing Tacho from doubling the advantage for Esperion.
I think it was a double save.
I think so too, and then the third one just put wide.
Oh, I thought the third one I thought it was a triple save then.
This is going to be the last kick, so unless Jason Ito is able to kick this into the goal, then I think this could be it, but we will see. Shanked somewhat. First ball won by Yusuf Pekar. Gavarapu will play this up in the air. Final attack of the night. Kanala is getting forward. Can't play this back. You got to try to get one into the box. Basudi in defense. And still we go. Referee keeps checking his time. He's got his whistle ready to blow at any moment. And that is the final whistle. North Stars are victorious. They earned the 3 points, a hard-fought 3 points against a new Esperion who have made a strong showing of themselves in this first match. They will definitely get some points. They're a strong addition to this Super Soccer League, but credit to North Stars coming out this season. What are your takeaways from this game, Josh?
I agree with what you're saying there. I think, like you said, Esperion, you know, they're very solid. I think they'll be fine in the league. They'll definitely accrue enough points to be fighting in and around at least mid-table, you'd hope. But North Stars coming out with a lot of veterans from the Super Soccer League leagues and area, and they showed that tonight. Yeah,
so much to be excited about this coming season. We have one more Virginia Super League match tomorrow. It is Los Toros versus Alexandria United. Live, of course, DMV Sports Media. Kickoff shortly after 9 o'clock p.m. We will have that one for you. And then over the weekend, we have Maryland Super Soccer League kicking off in earnest. We have all sorts of Division I and Division II matches. We will welcome you to the channel. If you haven't done so already, drop a like on the video, help others find it in the algorithm, and of course, subscribe to the channel so that others can find it. I'm not even thinking correctly. It's time for me to get home, get some rest. I need to get myself right before we got these games coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.